Have you ever wondered if there's maybe a hidden force guiding your life? Shaping everything from, say, your daily commute to your biggest dreams.
Or maybe felt like you were constantly fighting against some invisible current.
Exactly. Well, today we're embarking on a deep dive into this really extraordinary source that claims it reveals the secret to life itself.
Hmm.
And this isn't just some, you know, modern self-help fad. We're talking about wisdom that's supposedly 100 years old, maybe more.
That's right. It's influenced some incredible minds throughout history, apparently. People like Plato, Shakespeare, even Einstein and Edison are mentioned.
Wow. So our deep dive today is based squarely on these powerful excerpts from the book The Secret.
Yep. And it distills insights from, I think it's 24 different teachers, weaving in these, well, pretty incredible stories of his principles in action.
Okay, so what's our mission for you today? We want to unpack this knowledge, right? Explore how you might actually use it.
And understand how it suggests you can transform your life, basically from the inside out.
And we'll try to give you those key takeaways quickly, thoroughly, without it feeling, overwhelming.
Yeah, hopefully get ready for some maybe major aha moments along the way.
All right, let's dive in. So this core insight echoed through the ages. The secret is the law of attraction.
Right. Now, you've probably heard the phrase like attracts like, but this book makes a pretty bold claim
Which is?
that every single thought you have is a literal magnetic force. Not just positive thinking, but active, energetic broadcasting.
It's a powerful idea, isn't it? The source puts it very plainly. Every thought of yours is a real thing, a force.
So the idea is your thoughts aren't just abstract things floating around in your head.
Yeah.
They generate this subtle, almost magnetic, well, they call it a frequency. It resonates with similar energies out there in the universe.
Okay, so as you think, these thoughts go out.
And they magnetically attract like things on the same frequency.
Yeah.
And eventually, everything sent out returns to its source.
Which is,
Yeah, exactly. Think of yourself like a human transmission tower, but maybe way more powerful than any radio station.
okay. So my thoughts create a frequency. They broadcast.
And the pictures you get back. That's the reality of your life, as the book explains it.
So the core message here is pretty direct. If you want to change your life, you absolutely have to change your frequency.
By changing your thoughts.
Yeah.
There's a quote in the book from Charles Hannell back in 1912.
What did he say?
The vibrations of mental forces are the finest and consequently the most powerful in existence.
Powerful stuff.
It really strikes me that a lot of these ideas feel, well, ancient. Does The Secret actually trace these principles back through history?
It absolutely does. Yeah, this isn't presented as some new discovery at all.
Mm-hmm.
Wise people have apparently known this for millennia.
Like who?
Well, they mention the ancient Babylonians, famous for their prosperity, creating wonders of the world. The suggestion is they understood and applied these universal laws.
And Bob Proctor, one of the teachers in the book, he makes this point about how, like, the top 1% of the population earns around 96% of all the money.
Why?
He suggests it's because they grasp this secret. Whether they know it consciously or not, they consistently think thoughts of abundance.
And it's not just about getting wealthy in the first place, is it? The book mentions people who made fortunes, lost it all.
And then quickly regained it.
Yes. So what happened there, according to this view?
It's presented as this fascinating demonstration of the law's impartiality.
Hmm.
Their dominant thoughts were first on wealth, so
Oh.
they attracted it.
Okay.
Then they became consumed by fearful thoughts of losing it, and guess what? They manifested that loss.
Right.
But once that fear subsided
Mhm.
and their dominant thoughts shifted back to wealth, it returned. The law just responds to your dominant thoughts.
Okay, here's where it gets really interesting and maybe where people could get tripped up.
Mm-hmm.
The law of attraction, as described here, doesn't distinguish between good or bad thoughts, or want versus don't want.
Exactly. It just responds to whatever you're focusing on.
So for instance, if you're fixated on a huge pile of debt, feeling awful about it.
You're basically putting out a signal for more debt. That's the idea.
Yeah.
The law doesn't compute words like don't, not, or no.
Right. So if you say, I don't want to be late.
The universe essentially hears, I want to be late, and, well, delays happen. It focuses on the subject of your thought being late.
That's a critical point. There's a story in the source about a student, Robert, right, who was constantly heckled.
Yes, and he apparently described his grim situation in vivid detail, basically focusing intensely on everything he didn't want: harassment, bad comedy gigs.
But then he shifted.
He made a conscious decision to shift his focus entirely to what he did want. And the change was apparently quite fast.
What happened?
Within weeks, The harassing coworkers transferred or left, the street stuff stopped, his comedy gigs started getting standing ovations.
Wow, that's quite a turnaround.
It's presented as a powerful illustration of how changing your thoughts can literally alter your frequency and your whole life experience.
So for you listening, this isn't just theory, is it? The book claims it applies to every single area of your life.
Right. Your current life is basically a reflection of your past dominant thoughts.
But now, armed with this knowledge, you have the power to change it. That's the promise.
But, okay, constantly monitoring every single thought, that sounds exhausting, especially if we have, what, 60,000 thoughts a day?
Yeah, seems impossible. So how do you get a handle on your energetic output quickly?
The book reveals what it calls your brilliant internal GPS, your feelings.
Your feelings.
Yeah. Your feelings are your immediate feedback mechanism from the universe, according to this. Good feelings mean you're on the right frequency, drawing more good things.
And bad feelings.
They're a clear signal, like a warning light. Warning, change thinking now, because you're broadcasting on a negative frequency.
Okay, so the catch to manifesting anything you want is surprisingly simple. You just have to feel good.
That's the core idea. When you feel good, you are literally creating a future that's on track with your desires.
But how do you actually do that? Especially when you're feeling down or stressed.
Well, the book introduces a really practical technique it calls secret shifters.
Secret shifters? What are those?
Basically, a curated list of your personal pick-me-ups.
Oh,
Things designed to instantly lift your emotional frequency.
like what sort of things?
Oh, beautiful memories, maybe future events you're genuinely excited about, funny moments, nature, loved ones, your favorite music, playing with pets.
Things that reliably make you feel good.
Exactly. And the claim is even just 1 or 2 minutes focusing on one of these can powerfully shift your emotional state and therefore your frequency.
And the highest frequency you can possibly emit. What does the book say about that?
It's the feeling of love, unconditional love. Imagine wrapping every single thought in love. If you could genuinely love everything and everyone, your life, the book suggests, would be utterly transformed. It's why some past thinkers apparently called the law of attraction the law of love.
That's fascinating. And it implies that thinking unkind thoughts about others, it actually harms you more.
That's the idea.
Yeah.
The universe is like a mirror. Those thoughts just return to sender. When you truly love yourself, you naturally love others.
And being in that state of love means the law of attraction responds with its strongest force because you're on the highest possible frequency.
That's the framework presented.
Okay, so if we are these powerful creators, as the book suggests, how do we actually do it? How do we create intentionally?
Well, the book distills this into a pretty straightforward creative process. It's been shared by great teachers for centuries, apparently.
Is there an analogy?
Yeah, think of Aladdin and his lamp. Aladdin asks, the genie pops out, "Your wish is my command."
Okay.
In this analogy, the genie is the law of attraction. Always there, always listening to your thoughts, words, actions, and it assumes you want whatever you focus on.
So you're the master the genie serves.
Exactly. The genie never questioned your commands.
Yeah.
It just delivers based on your focus.
So what are the steps in this creative process?
It's broken down into 3 simple steps, drawing from ancient wisdom, even the New Testament according to the source. First step, ask.
Ask. What does that involve?
Your job is just to get absolutely clear about what you want. Crystal clear. The book recommends writing it down
Oh.
in the present tense. Maybe start with something like, I am so happy and grateful now that, and here's a key thing. You don't have to ask over and over.
No.
Ask once, like placing an order from a catalog. You don't keep calling back to make sure they got the order right.
Right. Okay, so ask is step 1. What's next?
Step 2, believe. You have to believe it's already yours.
Even if you can't see it yet.
Especially then, it requires unwavering faith in the unseen. You have to know it's yours the moment you ask.
How do you do that?
You act, speak, and think as though you're receiving it now. And crucially, the book stresses, don't worry about how it will happen.
Why not?
Because figuring out the how is the universe's job. When you're trying to figure it out, you're actually emitting doubt, a lack of faith.
Got it. Ask. Believe. What's step 3?
Step 3, receive. Start to feel wonderful about it. Feel the way you will feel once it arrives. Feel it now.
So feeling is key again.
Absolutely.
Sure.
That feeling puts you on the frequency of receiving. Now, action might be needed sometime.
But what kind of action?
Should be inspired action. The book says inspired action feels good, joyous, effortless, like floating downstream.
And if it feels like a struggle?
You're likely going against the current, trying too hard, maybe forcing it. Inspired action feels different.
How do you know if it's inspired?
Trust your instincts. Those gut feelings, those nudges, that's the universe inspiring you on the receiving frequency.
And there's advice about speed.
Yeah, the universe likes speed, apparently. Don't
Yeah.
delay, don't second guess, don't doubt. When you get that intuitive hit, act on it.
Okay, ask, believe, receive. Seems simple enough in principle. Let's see how it applies. What about something really common, like health or body image?
Right. The book makes a really interesting point here. If you focus on losing weight,
Yeah.
you inadvertently attract back the need to lose more weight because your focus is on losing weight, which implies having weight to lose.
Ah, so that's why diets often fail, according to this.
That's the suggestion. The crucial shift is to focus on your perfect weight.
How do you do that?
Visualize yourself in your perfect body. Look at old photos when you were at that weight, maybe pictures of bodies you admire. Feel the feelings of already being that weight.
Believe it's yours. Act as if.
Exactly. Don't buy clothes for your current size. Focus on the ones you'll get when you reach your goal. And feel good about yourself now. Praise and bless your body as it is.
And there's a quote about food.
Yeah, it's pretty provocative.
Mm.
Food is not responsible for putting on weight. It is your thought that food is responsible for putting on weight that actually has food put on weight.
And Wallace's tip about mindful eating.
Right. Fully focusing on chewing, tasting, perfectly assimilating the food. It's all about the mindset.
This brings up something about time and size, doesn't it? Einstein said time is an illusion.
And the book echoes that. It argues it takes no time for the universe to manifest what you want. Any delay we experience,
It's our delay.
it's our delay in getting to that place of believing, knowing, and feeling that we already have it. That's the idea.
And the universe doesn't care if it's a big desire or a small one.
Apparently not. Manifesting $1 is just as easy as manifesting $1 million. The difficulty is only in our minds.
Because we've been conditioned to think $1 million is huge and $1 is small.
Exactly. Those are our mental limits, not the universe's.
So a good way to start and build faith might be start small.
Definitely. The book suggests trying to attract something simple, like a cup of coffee or a parking space right when you need it.
And there's that story about the feather.
Yeah, a young man visualized a very specific, unique feather. 2 days later, in the middle of New York City, he found that exact feather at his feet.
Wow. And David Schirmer's parking space trick?
Right. He visualizes the spot he wants, feels it, and says 95% of the time it's just there waiting for him.
These small wins build belief, right? They show you the law in action.
Precisely. And you can even use this to create your day in advance.
How so?
Prentice Mulford, writing way back in the 1870s, explained that when you think ahead, say, I am going to have a pleasant visit, you're literally sending forces ahead to arrange things smoothly.
So avoid rushing and hurrying.
Yes, because those feelings are based in fear, fear of being late, fear of not having enough time. They attract negative outcomes.
Instead, declare, I have more than enough time.
Right. And turn waiting time, like in a queue or traffic, into creative time. Use it to imagine what you want.
Okay, so we have the basic process. What about turbocharging desires? The book mentions other powerful processes like expectation.
Yeah, expectation is described as a really potent, attractive force. Because when you expect something, you're drawing it to you.
Lisa Nichols made a point about expecting bills versus checks, right?
Exactly. Many people expect bills, so they get more bills, confirming their debt. She says, do yourself a favor, expect a check.
It all comes back to that idea. All that we are is a result of what we have thought.
And James Ray adds that your current circumstances are just the result of past thoughts.
So don't define yourself by them.
Right. Or you'll just keep getting the same results. You doom yourself to more of the same.
And that Neville Goddard technique, the pruning shears of revision.
Yeah, that's a fascinating one. Before sleep, replay any negative events of the day in your mind, but revise them to how you wanted them to go.
Like editing your day.
Kind of. The idea is it cleans your frequency for tomorrow, clears out the negative residue.
Okay, what about gratitude? That seems huge in the book.
Absolutely vital. It's presented as maybe the quickest way to shift your energy and bring more good stuff into your life.
Whatever we think about, we bring about.
That's the phrase they use. James Ray's ritual of saying thank you every morning as his feet hit the floor.
Feeling grateful for everything.
Yeah, really feeling it. You mentioned trying that yourself.
I did, yeah. Just focusing on thank you repeatedly in the morning. And honestly, it felt like it set a different tone for the whole day. It felt powerful.
It really underscores the book's point. You can't bring more into your life if you're ungrateful for what you have.
Yeah.
Those negative feelings of lack just block the good from flowing in.
And Lee Brower's gratitude rock.
That's a great practical tool. Carry a small rock or pebble, and every time you touch it, think of something you're genuinely grateful for.
Like a physical reminder.
Exactly. The story of the South African father using it, even when his son was ill, and finding things to be grateful for leading to a positive outcome. It highlights the power of sustained gratitude.
Even Einstein apparently said thank you hundreds of times a day.
So the book says. And you can weave it into your asking. I am so happy and grateful now that it aligns you with receiving.
Okay, gratitude is key. What about visualization? Creating mental pictures.
Also huge. It's about creating vivid pictures in your mind of yourself already having what you want. And crucially, generating the feelings of having it now.
Dr. Dennis Waitley talked about Olympic athletes using this.
Yes, and the Apollo program. He called it visual motor rehearsal. He explained the mind can't really tell the difference between real experience and vivid practice.
So if you've been there in the mind, you'll go there in the body.
That's the idea. It's how inventors like the Wright brothers or Edison worked. They saw the finished invention clearly in their minds first.
So when you visualize, focus on the end result.
Absolutely. See your hands on the wheel of that new car, smell the leather, feel the excitement. The feeling is the activator. Without the feeling, it's just daydreaming.
Should it be a daily thing?
The book advises making it a habit, yes.
Yeah.
But importantly, make it feel joyous, not like a chore. If it feels forced, it won't work as well.
And the tip about adding movement.
Right, from Dr. John DeMartini. It makes the image easier to hold. Imagine walking into your dream kitchen, opening the fridge, feeling the cold bottle. Adds realism.
John Assaraf's vision board story is pretty compelling too.
Yeah, putting a picture of his dream home on a board, then years later, finding himself unpacking boxes in that exact house without realizing it until his son found the old board.
And your mother's experience with visualizing the house details.
Yes, visualizing her name and the new address clearly, feeling it, and her offer being accepted just hours later. It happens.
So visualizing is the great secret of success.
That's a quote highlighted, yes. And if doubt creeps in, which it will,
Just replace it.
immediately replace it with, I know I am receiving now. Feel the certainty.
Okay, let's shift to money. How does the secret apply here? Focus on wealth, not lack.
That's the foundation. Constantly noticing not enough just creates more not enough. You have to shift your focus deliberately.
By using imagination.
Yes. Make believe you already have the money you desire. Play games of wealth in your mind. Feel better about money, and the idea is it will start flowing more easily.
And that secret check idea.
Right, downloading a blank check from the bank of the universe, filling it out for the amount you want, putting it somewhere visible.
And feeling the joy of having it now.
Exactly. The book shares stories of people doing this and then receiving unexpected checks or sums of money.
So it's also about stopping the blocking of money.
Definitely. Negative thoughts, feelings, worries about money, they act like dams, blocking the flow. Money exists in the invisible, the book claims, and our negative thoughts stop it from reaching us.
So you need to tip the balance. More thoughts of abundance than lack.
That's the goal. Consciously tip that scale every day.
What about that I can afford that practice?
Yeah, that's about rewiring limiting beliefs. Letting go of, I have to work hard for money.
Then replacing it with,
Money comes easily and frequently.
yeah.
And when you see something you desire, instead of thinking, I can't afford that, consciously say or think, I can afford that. I can buy that.
Do that for 30 days, the suggestion is.
Right. To shift your feeling and belief around abundance. Because success comes from within, not from without.
And giving. How does that fit in?
Giving is presented as incredibly powerful. When you give freely, you're sending out a signal of, I have plenty. I have more than enough.
So the wealthiest people are often the biggest givers.
Often, yes. But it has to be giving from an overflowing heart, a feeling of abundance, not sacrifice or resentment. That joyful giving attracts even more back.
And wealth isn't just money, right?
No. True wealth, according to this philosophy, includes great relationships, vibrant health, spiritual connection. Life is meant to be abundant in all areas.
The book even mentions biblical figures as prosperity teachers.
Yes, suggesting that abundance and spirituality are not mutually exclusive. People like Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, Joseph, Moses, Jesus, presented as living abundantly and teaching these principles.
So the secret to money, like everything else, is an inside job.
Exactly. Cultivate happiness and inner joy first. Those feelings are the fuel. The outer stuff, the money, will follow.
Okay, what about relationships? How does the law of attraction work there? Actions reflecting beliefs.
Yes, your actions are seen as powerful thoughts in motion. There's a story from Marie Diamond, the Feng Shui consultant.
About the art director.
Right. He wanted romance but had paintings of naked women turning away from him. His reality reflected his art, his subconscious focus.
So he changed the art.
First to himself with women, then later to a depiction of a romantic relationship, and he manifested both.
That's the acting as if principle again? Like the woman wanting a partner?
Yes, clearing space in the garage for his car, making room in her closet, sleeping on one side of the bed. She acted as if her partner was already there.
Yeah, and he appeared.
Soon after, yes. And your sister Glenda packing her bags for the U.S. before she even had the way clear.
Yeah, she just acted on faith, packed everything, and 4 weeks later she was there. These actions embody the belief.
Absolutely. It sends a powerful signal.
So underpinning all this for relationships is self-love.
It seems foundational. The book asks, how can you expect others to enjoy your company if you don't enjoy your own?
Makes sense.
You have to treat yourself the way you want others to treat you. Fill your cup first.
Because sacrificing yourself comes from lack.
From a lack of mentality, yes. And it often leads to resentment down the line. You need to fill yourself up so you have something genuine to give.
To acquire love, fill yourself up with it until you become a magnet.
Beautifully put, isn't it? Lisa Nichols shares her own journey of learning to love, her unique features, her mocha skin, full lips, round hips.
Before the world could fall in love with her.
That was her experience. The internal shift came first.
And for existing relationships, stop complaining.
That's the advice. Stop focusing on what's wrong with the other person. Instead, deliberately focus on what you appreciate about them.
Their sense of humor, their support, whatever it is.
Right, because what you focus on expands.
Mm-hmm.
Focus on their strengths, and you'll get more of those. The problems tend to fade when they aren't getting your attention.
And ultimately, your joy is your own job.
Your responsibility, yes. Others can share in your joy, but you have to generate it yourself.
And when you radiate joy,
It's contagious. It attracts more joyful people and experiences. The message is, your capacity to generate love is unlimited. Love everything, everyone, and it multiplies back.
okay, let's turn to health. The book claims our body is literally a product of our thoughts.
That's a core assertion. It notes that medical science is increasingly acknowledging the mind-body connection, how thoughts and emotions shape our physical substance and function.
The placebo effect is a prime example, isn't it?
A really powerful one. People believing a sugar pill is a potent drug and then experiencing real physiological healing because of that belief.
Though the source does add a caution about medicine's place.
Yes, especially for acute conditions or emergencies. It's not saying abandon medical care, but highlighting the mind's incredible power in healing.
And stress. It starts with just one negative thought.
That's the idea. One negative thought attracts another and another until you have this cascade creating stress. Stress is the effect. Negative thinking is the cause.
So love and gratitude are powerful healing agents here too.
Immensely so. They are said to dissolve negativity, including disease, because they operate on such a high positive frequency.
The healing stories in the book are quite remarkable. Kathy Goodman and her breast cancer.
Yes, she chose to believe she was already healed. Said, thank you for my healing, constantly focused on laughter by watching funny movies.
And the cancer disappeared in 3 months. Without chemo or radiation.
According to her story in the book, yes. And Norman Cousins, curing his supposedly incurable disease the same way, months of laughter therapy.
So the underlying idea is that disease struggles to exist in a body that's in a positive emotional state.
Exactly. Our bodies are constantly regenerating. Illness, the book suggests, is held in place by thought, by focusing on it, by expecting it.
So the practice is to think perfect health.
Think thoughts of perfection. Declare it. I think perfect thoughts. I see only perfection. I am perfection. Flood your mind with images and feelings of vibrant health.
You mentioned trying this for stiffness yourself.
I did, focusing on seeing my body as flexible and perfect like a child's, really feeling it. And the difference the next day was genuinely surprising.
And aging. That's just limited thinking too.
That's the provocative claim. Science shows our cells replace themselves constantly. So release thoughts of decline and deterioration associated with birthdays. Celebrate them as your first.
And if you feel unwell, don't talk about it.
Unless you want more of it, yeah. Acknowledge the feeling, perhaps know your thought might have contributed, then immediately shift focus. Repeat, I feel wonderful. I feel great. And really try to feel it.
Morris Goodman, the miracle man. His story is incredible.
Completely paralyzed after a plane crash, told he'd be a vegetable.
But he visualized walking out of the hospital by Christmas.
And he did. He focused his entire mind on that one goal, that one image. It's presented as proof that anything is possible with the mind. Man becomes what he thinks about.
So incurable just means curable from within.
That's the reframe offered. Reduce the affliction in your mind, let go of the negative thoughts about it, and focus entirely on perfect health.
Okay, let's zoom out from the personal to the world. How does this apply globally? There's a warning about resistance.
Yes, a crucial point. What you resist persists. If you focus intensely on what you don't want, fighting against war, drugs, poverty,
You actually attract more of it.
you inadvertently energize it.
Yeah.
Because that's where your focus, your energy is going.
Wow.
The anti-war movement creates more war. The anti-drug movement creates more drugs in this view.
So the solution is shift the focus.
Change your signal. Instead of being anti-war, be pro-peace. Instead of anti-hunger, be pro-people having enough to eat. Focus on the desired outcome.
Mother Teresa wouldn't attend anti-war rallies, only peace rallies.
Exactly. She understood where to put her energy.
And the media, it just reflects our collective focus.
That's the perspective. We consume drama, so the news gives us more drama. The media is the effect. Our collective consciousness is the cause.
So we're not powerless.
Not at all. You have immense power through your focus. Focus on joy for everyone, abundance of food, peace. Emit those feelings of love and well-being for the world. That's your contribution.
But what about resources? If everyone starts manifesting, won't we run out of stuff?
The scarcity question. The book tackles this head-on.
And the answer is...
There is more than enough for everyone. The idea of lack, of limitation, is called a lie that acts like a virus.
Because our creative power is unlimited.
Your mind's creative power is infinite, so what you can think into existence is also infinite, theoretically. The example of Belize's natural energy finding oil where 50 others failed.
Using mind power training.
Yes, it's presented as evidence that limitations are primarily in the human mind, not in the universe's supply.
So the key practice for the world and for ourselves is praise and blessing.
Praise and bless everything and everyone. It's described as the highest frequency of love. It dissolves negativity, returns good to you multiplied. Even bless your enemies.
That's a challenge.
A big one. But the principle is consistent. What you send out returns. Send out blessings.
Okay, let's bring it right back to you, the listener. What does the secret reveal about our fundamental nature? We are energy.
That's a key point. Everything is energy, including you. Your thoughts and feelings dictate your personal energy frequency.
And when I focus on what I want,
You cause the energy of that thing to vibrate, and you draw it towards you by matching its frequency. You are the most powerful transmission tower in the universe.
Charles Haanel's quote again. To become conscious of this power is to become a live wire.
The universe is the live wire. And beyond just energy, you are presented as a spiritual being.
Meaning?
Energy can't be created or destroyed, right?
Yeah.
It just changes form. So the pure essence of you, your consciousness, has always been and always will be. You are eternal energy having a physical experience.
The book even touches on quantum physics, suggesting the universe emerges from thought.
It does draw those parallels,
Yeah.
suggesting matter might be precipitated thought, making us creators, not just of our lives, but ultimately of the universe itself. It's a deep philosophical leap.
And all possibilities, all knowledge, inventions, they exist in the universal mind.
Waiting for us to tap in and draw them forth. That's the idea. We just need to tune our minds to the right frequency.
And we're all connected. One energy field.
Yes, which means your negative thoughts about someone else ultimately only harm you because we are one.
So competition is counterproductive.
It comes from that lack mentality again. By competing, you just attract more competition. The advice is ditch competition. Become purely creative. Focus on creating, not competing.
And the universe provides through people, circumstances.
It's the law of supply. It orchestrates the how. Your job is the what and the feeling.
The book's message about our potential is huge, isn't it? God in a physical body, spirit in the flesh,
Eternal life.
possessing God potential and power to create your world. It's a message of immense empowerment.
So stop being a victim of the past. Exactly. The past doesn't matter unless you keep thinking about it. The question is always, what are you going to do now? Focus on what you want, and the unwanted stuff just falls away.
And the power of I am.
Critically important. Those are presented as the two most powerful words of creation.
Because I'm not. I'm not good enough. I'm not wealthy enough.
is actually a command you're giving to the universe, to the genie. Your wish is my command. You're creating more of that lack.
So use I am consciously for what you do want.
Yes, I am receiving every good thing. I am happy. I am abundant. I am healthy. I am love. I am fill in the blank with your desire.
There's that affirmation. I am whole, perfect, strong, powerful, loving, harmonious, and happy.
That covers a lot, doesn't it?
Hmm.
It's about affirming your inherent nature.
And the shortcut to manifesting is seeing it as fact now.
See it as absolute fact already. Because, the book argues, it is already fact in the universal spiritual field. You're just bringing it into physical view.
But our minds can be runaway trains, right? Creating unconsciously.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
That's why awareness is key. Your awareness is your power.
How do you gain control? How do you become aware?
Simple questions. What am I thinking now? What am I feeling now? Ask yourself that throughout the day. It brings you back to the present moment.
Remember to remember.
Exactly. The book even suggests the universe sends little nudges, dropping things, a loud noise, just gentle reminders to wake you up, to bring you back to awareness.
And finally, to transmit that highest frequency of love, you have to love yourself.
It all comes back to that. Focus on the life presence inside you, that core feeling of pure love and bliss. The perfection that is you beneath the surface thoughts.
And when you focus on loving that inner
The
presence,
imperfections, the things you don't like, they start to dissolve
Mhm.
because you're focusing on the perfection within.
Wow. Okay, so we've really covered a lot. We've explored the secret, this law of attraction, how it suggests your thoughts, feelings, actions powerfully create your reality.
Yeah, from health, relationships, wealth, to even impact in the world. The power, according to this source, truly lies within you.
You are the designer of your destiny, the author of your story.
The pen is firmly in your hand. That's the message.
So for you, our listener, the final provocative thought might be, what will you do with this moment?
Yeah, how will you seize this knowledge, this potential to create a life that feels magnificent, knowing, or at least considering, that everything you desire might already be waiting on your frequency?
The invitation from the source is pretty clear, isn't it?
Begin to think properly, as they put it. Generate feelings of harmony and happiness consistently, and then just watch how the universe responds.
It's presented as a glorious time to be alive, an era where this knowledge is available, pointing towards unlimited human potential.